Hi, I'm Marguerite Quinn, the state representative for the 143rd Legislative District. We're here in Doylestown's library, and I'm hosting my first economic resource seminar. You know, we do a lot of things for seniors, we do a lot of things for kids, and it's really we wanted to take the opportunity to reach out to the people, not just in the 143rd, but it seems like we have people coming from other areas who are looking for ways for help right now as the economy's down, and it seems like, especially in some sectors, jobs have dried up. I'm here with Roger Collins. Roger's the executive director of the Bucks County Opportunity Council, and quite frankly, it's one of my favorite because it's one of the most effective services that is in the county. Roger, can you tell us a little bit about what Bucks County Opportunity Council does?
Thank you. Yes, we help any resident in Bucks County that's facing an economic challenge in terms of staying in their house, in terms of permanently leaving poverty. So we help over 8,100 people per year for a wide variety of services. We're located throughout the county, our footprint of services throughout the county, and it's all with the philosophy of a hand up as opposed to just a handout. And we stay with them long term, follow up, and make sure the services help them resolve the dilemma they face and connect with other services. So in that respect, we see the world much the way as Marguerite has just explained, and know that the best way to help people is to help them with programs that they can utilize to get back on their feet and with their own resources.
Thank you. I remember when I first sent someone, referred them to your organization, what really struck me was the sustaining, what did you call it? Self-sufficiency model you have, an opportunity for people to come in and speak to experts in a non-judgmental fashion, to be able to look at how they're spending their money and to see, what they need to cut out or maybe add in to make themselves self-reliant.
Yeah, it's one of the most unique programs because we stay with a family up to 5 years, because you can't turn your life around in 3 months, and a lot of programs are short-term oriented. So from that perspective, actually today is a very exciting day because we had, of the people participating in that program, the 61st one closed on buying a house, meaning they came from a situation where they were on food stamps, didn't have a job, or were on welfare, learned how to become competitive in the job market, got back, got a good job, earned enough money, earned savings, and now are a homeowner. So that is a long-term focus, and we believe is generational because now her children are out of poverty also.
That's really exciting to hear. Could you speak to how you're funded, and what, if anything, did it cost that family to use your services?
Very good. Well, first of all, it didn't cost the family anything. We are funded by federal, state, and local and private funds. On the program I just mentioned, 73% of the funds come from the community. They're private funds. Much of the work that are, in some organizations they would call them a case manager, we call them a coach, because I don't think anybody likes to be a case and no one likes to be managed. However, most people would accept a coach to help them be successful. So we use that approach. And so the coach's salary, a good deal of it is paid by grants from various government sources. And then the assistance itself and the scholarships that we award to them, we have 37 of them going to Bucks County Community College as we speak, are from private sources. So we have a huge support from the community, from the private sector.
That's wonderful. You also have a couple of fundraising events during the year? That's a question, not a statement.
Yes, we do. We have a graduation where we invite the community to come in and see what their donations have done. We just finished a huge Adopt a Pantry fundraiser. We raised over 10 tons of food.
I saw that this past week.
Right, that we're going to be distributing. And over Christmas, the Intel helps us with Give a Christmas, where we raise funds from the community to help people through the holidays, but not through the holidays for the traditional gifts. If you're 12 years and younger, you get a traditional gift, but if you're older, it's a need. That often becomes a tank of heating oil. It often becomes blankets, it becomes coats, it becomes shoes. So it's that long-term things that really make a difference in their life and help them build a life that they can thrive.
Roger, last week in Harrisburg, I met with one of the newer members of your team, Brianna, and she was speaking to me about a new initiative actually, with Del Val College right here in Doylestown, in terms of bringing fresh produce, fresh locally grown produce into the food pantries. Would you like to expand on that?
Yes, we had a wonderful opportunity. We've long been associated with Del Valle College, and then recently the president there, Dr. Brosnan, asked me to be on his advisory board. And so I suggested that if I was on his advisory board, perhaps they could get more involved with some of our work. And we are putting under acreage, 2 acres. Our long-term goal is to get up to 5 acres, where we grow fresh produce and distribute it throughout Bucks County. One of the big needs, nutrition-wise, because we just don't look at food, we look at food and nutrition, is that they have fresh produce. And 1 acre will generate about 15,000 pounds of produce.
Wow.
So we are recruiting volunteers to do the hoeing, the seeding, the weeding, the picking of the crops, and distributing them. And it's a partnership between Phil Abundance, who serves counties outside of Philadelphia as well as Philadelphia, and us and the Del Valle College. So we're really excited about it. The agriculture department, the youth and the energy they're putting into it, the planning is fantastic. And I would really like us to go as far as we can go, as far as the community will go in terms of supporting us and the volunteers.
Well, I did tell Brianna that I'm excited about the project. I'm looking to do what I could help, including get my own nails dirty and and help out. And I'm going to put a link to this on my website. And if you'd like to, just for right now for this purpose, say your website where they could access information, that would be great.
Yes, our website is bcoc.org, and we welcome you to check it out. And I'd like to say, I think what you put together here that's focused on the real needs, and by that I can put in quotes, real needs, is the way to go. And as I've told you before, we'll show up anytime you work on things like that, because our goals are mutual.
Thank you. You know, too often in Harrisburg, I get the impression, and sometimes it's a comment, a slide comment, but other times it's hard numbers on a spreadsheet that say basically that, you know, the land of bucks has bucks. And, you know, you see coming in and out of your door every day, and I'm seeing it, as are my fellow representatives, my colleagues in the House and Senate, seeing that there's a growing amount of need, and in an area that's considered more affluent than others, sometimes, sadly, there's stigma that goes with that.
That's correct. 626,000 people, and everybody thinks, well, there's just a few in poverty. But I actually had the Penn State Data Center do some research for me, and they got it to me last week. And at 200% of poverty and below, there's actually 91,000 people in the county living that way, many of them on a fixed income. So you can see it's much larger than you think. Some of them will get by without help, but some of them, if we don't help them, will need more help. And more importantly, their families will spiral into that type of generational thinking. And that's our calling, and I think we can do something about it. The poverty guidelines from the federal government are for a family of 4 is $23,050, meaning that if you make $24,000, you're no longer in poverty. Well, we know that's not reality. That's the average across the country. And so it's that gap, people who are working, who don't earn quite enough money to support themselves and stay out of the system, that we focus on. And for every dollar we invest in that type of family, in the long term, we save $4 in government welfare subsidies. So that's our calling.
Well, thanks so much for the great work you do. Thanks for joining us today, and I'm sure I'll be hearing from you at budget time.
Thank you, Marguerite.
Now I'm here with Jeff Harris from the Workforce Development Center.
Yes, I'm from the PA CareerLink in Bucks County, and at the CareerLink, we help job seekers to not only prepare to find employment by helping them to strengthen their skills by offering free workshops, but we also help them to actually find the job by way of our website, which is located at pacareerlink.com, and also by meeting with our recruiters and business services team.
Yeah, is it mostly through the website that they contact you, or do you have an office where they come in from a physical point of view?
We do have an office. It's located in Bristol, right off of Veterans Highway. It is a one-stop center, so in other words, that means job seekers from all over the place can walk right in and receive assistance. We also do have a website as well.
Okay, I believe I get emails from you now and then.
Yes.
I believe I got something even a week ago talking about several different job opportunities. Could you, for those watching, just give an example of what type of jobs are out there? My recollection is that there was something in the manufacturing field.
Yes, we do get many manufacturing job orders, as well as clerical, administrative, so much so in terms of like CNC, machine operation, all different types of jobs. I mean, we really run the entire spectrum as far as low-level, entry-level, all the way up to, I'd say, like, senior level.
How long does the average person who comes to you, how long are they in the job market?
I would say typically it would run anywhere between 4 to 6 months is I would say, a good typical turnaround time when it comes to dislocated workers. And that would be people that have been laid off from work and are once again seeking employment.
Okay, so there's no magic bullet.
Exactly.
It's a matter of coming, applying, sometimes getting advice from you, whether they want to hear it or not, as to what they need to do to strengthen their skills. And then, you coach them and help connect everyone together.
Exactly. What many job seekers find is that today's job search market is more and more of a competition. So in other words, that means you need to practice your skills to strengthen them so you can stick out from the rest of that competition. That's exactly what we help them do. By way of our free workshops, we can help people to strengthen their skills and locate their skills, help them to sort of engage in some sort of self-discovery to really find out where their skills are and how to properly market those skills to employers.
Okay, what is the profile of the typical person coming in? And I ask that because here we are, May, June, and the front page of most papers are showing a graduation. Is it people who are displaced in the workforce or new entrants to the workforce?
I would say, as far as our clients go, it's more so displaced workers. I would say many of those brand new college graduates probably aren't making use of our services quite yet, although they are completely welcome to. But I will say that for the most part, it would tend to be displaced workers.
So Jeff, if someone wanted to come in and be coached in terms of their interview skills or have their resume reviewed, that's a free service.
Yes, it is entirely free. It's already being paid for with your tax dollars. So that's why we try to encourage everyone to come in and take full advantage of it, really get their money's worth.
And if they're going to come in, they're going into Bristol.
Yes, they're coming into our Bristol location. Yes, the Bristol CareerLink in PA.
We also have here today at our Economic Resource Forum some representatives from the VOTEC schools. Do you find that you have a number of manufacturers are looking for those students? Because I am going to be speaking to them a little bit later.
Yes, I would say so. Many students will get all of their skills and credentials at one of these local schools or institutions, but just don't know how to effectively market those skills to employers. So that's where we typically come into play. We will help them to really perfect that resume with all of those great skills that they just learned and help them to get that information out to employers.
Sounds like a really valuable service. Anything else you'd like to say to our listeners?
I would like to say just to make sure to take full advantage of it. It's something that is free to the public and offered to all. So I would recommend to really take full advantage of our services and go get a job.
One more question.
Yes.
Aren't you affiliated with the community college as well?
Yes.
And the county?
Yes, they are our partners as well. So we do work alongside them when it comes to like training programs, customized job training classes, stuff like that.
Any other partners I'm forgetting?
We do also partner with Vita Education in terms of like GED classes, so we can help people out there to get their GED. So that's another one of the free services that we do provide. And of course, we do also partner with the state, and that's really who we are for the most part.
Oh, it's impressive, and I'm really happy to have an opportunity to talk about the services, especially as we have some people struggling, underemployed,
Yes.
Displaced, et cetera. It's nice to know that there is a service paid for already, as you said, with your tax dollars. Please take advantage. And one more time, the website is?
PACareerLink.com.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
I'm still here at our Economic Resource Seminar. We've pulled together a number of organizations this afternoon to give the constituents of the 143rd District and anyone else, quite frankly, who wanted to stop by, an opportunity to talk about, be it different jobs and economic needs that they might have throughout the community. I'm proud to be here today with representatives from two schools, and whenever I have the opportunity to go into the tech schools, I am so impressed at the level of services, the level of students, the graduates that are right there, and I wanted to have you speak a bit about it. I'm going to start with Nancy. Nancy, how many programs are offered at?
We have at least 10 different programs of study. We have a new one starting in the fall. It's an administrative business technology, and that will be something that we haven't done before, but we know there are jobs, so that's why we've added that.
So someone's going to go, for example, administrative business technology, and they'd be coming out, and tell me what the one ad would be that they'd be looking.
They may come out with a certification in Microsoft, so they would be very employable. They may go on to college, or they may go to college and work part-time at the same time.
One of the things that I've found that has been a misnomer about sending a student to tech school is that it is a career path that only goes in that direction. And, so many of the students, as I understand, could come out employable already because of the skills that they have, the certifications that they have, and should they choose to go on to a 4-year degree or 2-year degree, they're still right there in the ballpark.
Right. Many of our students go on to college. It's not unusual and probably more the norm that they do, but they also are career ready when they come out.
And aren't some of the programs that you have, aren't they earning college credits?
We have articulation agreements with several colleges. All of our programs have at least one articulation agreement.
So spell out for someone who might not know what that means.
A student could complete their program of study at the high school level, go to, say, Bucks County Community College with 15 credits already.
Coming out of high school, for which they have paid
Nothing.
nothing. So here's 15 credits that at, a couple $100 to $300 a credit, they're really getting ahead of the game, not just from employment, but from a fiscal point of view too. Allison, yeah, it is a good deal. Allison, tell me about an example of that you have at in Upper Bucks at the Tech. Give me an example of a program that a student would go to that, have the articulation, come out with a job ready, and potentially go on to college.
Well, the day school programs, as Nancy said, do offer those articulation agreements. Penn College of Technology, many of our students go on to those programs, to those institutions. Bucks County, almost all of them offer those articulation agreements. As far as the evening programs go, we offer the programs so that they're on a short-term basis. Basically, our longest program might be 10 weeks long, and they're priced so that it's affordable for someone who may be job seeking, and they're not tied up for a long period of time. So, they can come during the day as well to our program during the day with the high school students. We offer openings for adults as well.
I'm going to just give a scenario. Here's a couple, early 30s, 2 kids, have a job difficulty right now. Give me an example, each of you, of a program that they could go to at night, maybe the 10 weeks, the rough cost for it. I know you're not, and what they would be, is it welding? Is it?
Yes,
Hear what I'm saying?
absolutely. We have our, we have programs for both men and women, of course. Our dental assisting program is very popular. These are non-credit courses. They're non-certified, but it gives them the skills and the knowledge to go out into the workforce with a certificate that says they recently completed that program. So it is helpful when you're going for an interview. You can add that onto your resume for additional training. And basically, it's programs that we offer during the day is what is offered at night, so that they can use the clinical setting, they can use the welding program area and have that hands-on training, which is very important.
That's great. That gave you a couple minutes to think of it.
Well, we have similar programs. So two of the programs that Allison mentioned are the most popular. The dental assisting prepares people to take the radiology exam, and they can go right to work in a dental office. We also have people that come back and add a skill to their existing skills. For instance, we might have carpenters that come in and take a course in basic electricity so they can add a skill to what they already have and makes them more employable. We have people that come in and take welding for a number of reasons. Some for a hobby, some come in, they may work in an auto repair facility, and their main job is not welding, but they need to do some welding, and that keeps them employed. So we have people that come for many reasons. We also have a manufacturing program where we have introduction to CNC. We have a basic precision machining program, and they're very, very popular. And I get calls all the time to hire those people taking the courses.
Which is a great segue. My next question was regarding job placement. Do both of your schools have a job placement, career placement for your graduates?
Well, for evening school, we do receive postings from employers. We can't guarantee it. We never know what's going to come in. But I also wanted to add that we do work closely with business and industry. We have customized training programs that we offer as well. We'll go out to the corporation, or they'll come to us. And I'm in the process right now of getting together a certification program for a company that contacted me for 5 of their employees. So, there's all kinds of avenues that we're ready and willing to help.
That's
Another connection we have is with the CareerLink. We both work with the CareerLink. They will fund people to come to some of our programs if it's appropriate. And we're both approved schools for veterans to use their training benefits.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Yeah, so that's a good source.
And we did just speak to CareerLink and learned about what they do. One thing that I found interesting, and I just want to make this point before we close up here, if a student did not choose, or if the parents of the student did not choose to take the tech school route, I learned that it's not too late, even if that student's a senior, that they could actually join. They have to work with their guidance counselor to make sure they're not messing something up in curriculum-wise, but they could join, and for the following year, they're able to continue to go to the tech school at a nominal cost.
That's correct. They would pay their own tuition, or if they have a funding source like the VA or CareerLink, that would be a possibility.
And when they pay their own tuition, it's not, my recollection is that it's not, we're not talking like a traditional college tuition.
No, not at all. No, very affordable. Less than $10,000 easily. Yeah.
And, in most cases, they could live at home, still come out with the skill, possibly be working. Let me know what I could do to help advance this and let people know that this is here, that these are real jobs. I was saying earlier that, it wasn't that long ago, just several months in the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy, that what wouldn't we have paid for, a roofer, a plumber, an electrician, someone to do HVAC, and of course, to do our hair. Okay?
Of course.
Of course.
Our public safety programs.
Oh, your public safety program is fantastic. That's one I
wonderful.
was thinking of before. That and also your video program.
Yes.
You've
We
got,
don't offer that.
you don't offer it. That's why I was looking here.
That's right.
But thank you, Nancy
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
Allison. Thanks so much for your time and the services you provide our community.